What is going on, guys? Over here. Welcome back to my F1 2015 mods career mode. We're back with episode number 10 at the German Grand Prix. Obviously, you know that the German Grand Prix is not on the 2015 calendar, but yeah, let's just call this the fake German Grand Prix, because it's a big fake. It's not meant to be here. But basically, when it came to making the mod for this career mode, me and the person who modded it, Andrew, basically we talked back and forth about removing it, replacing it with a race, and just in the end we just thought, well, just keep it in, because, you know, one, I wanted to race Hockenheim. I like Hockenheim as a track. And two, also, replacing it with a random track just didn't feel right. And then also that would mess up the whole series in terms of, you know, there'll just be one race where it was just a random track that's not even in the 2015 calendar. Whereas this was provisionally in the calendar, I guess. So, yeah, we'll just call it the fake German Grand Prix and we'll move on. It's still going to be a good race, and I hope that doesn't, you know, I hope it doesn't really matter too much, really. So we're going to move on now to the qualifying lap, straight into the first flying lap, and we're actually going to cut later on into that first flying lap, as we're going to squeeze 2 laps in today in qualifying. So we're going through to the stadium section. A good overall lap so far. I thought I was going a little bit cautious, to be honest, while the lap was going on, but we're going to come through for a 1:16.892. I can't exactly see that on the monitor. The white is kind of clashing with the sky. But unfortunately, I thought we could improve on the second flying lap, and we couldn't. We went 1.7 tenths slower on our second flying lap. So unfortunately, that is it, actually. That is 6th place in qualifying. Very surprising indeed to only get 6th. But even more surprising, Valtteri Bottas on pole position, Fernando Alonso in 2nd, Marcus Ericsson in 3rd, and Lewis Hamilton down in 8th, and Rosberg in 9th. Absolutely madness in qualifying. I don't know what's gone on, but Alonso has done a stellar job to get 2nd place. Valtteri Bottas has gone pole position. That is just insane. And also Marcus Ericsson in the Sauber. What on earth has gone on there? Ericsson's not that good. But he's 3rd, so that's crazy. But I'm really surprised by Fernando Alonso. He stepped up the plate there for 2nd place. We're in 6th, so we've got to try and do the best job we can now in the race. And, you know, if Alonso does well enough, we could get a double podium for McLaren. That would be absolutely awesome. And with Hamilton and Rosberg down there, this could be really good for the championship. Obviously, last time out, it's been long enough into the video, so I'll just spoil the result. If you haven't seen it, this is your chance. Pause the video. Go check it out on my channel, episode number 9, the one previous to this one. That's it. I've given you enough time. So basically, last time out, obviously we won what was the Grand Prix? The British Grand Prix. Sorry, completely forgot. The British Grand Prix. We won our home Grand Prix. Can we do it again? I don't know. From 6th place, it's possible. Hockenheim's a good track for me, so we'll see. And on the race strategy, we're actually going to go prime at the very end of the race instead of at the beginning. So we'll see how that goes. But we're going to the grid now for the fake German Grand Prix. Let's go. Okay, so here we are on the grid for the German or fake German Grand Prix. We're rolling up the 5 red lights from 6th place. Our teammate in 2nd, and we are off. And we're going to cover off the left-hand side straight away. Move to the left-hand side to try and squeeze Sebastian Vettel onto the left-hand side of the track. And now we're going to come back onto our kind of designated racing line. Go down the inside of Carlos Sainz Jr. Still side by side, going up to the next corner. Looks like, I think, Fernando Alonso is in the lead of the Grand Prix. We're going down the inside of Sergio Perez now as we've taken Carlos Sainz Jr. Going to try and overtake Perez. We get very close to his side pod there on the left front. But Fernando Alonso, our teammate, is leading the Grand Prix now. He's taking the lead from Bottas. Bottas down to 3rd place. He's had a horrible start, and our teammate is leading. That is absolutely fantastic. I'm actually genuinely happy about that. You know, usually teammates don't really, you know, there's usually a bit bitter rivalry between teammates, but I'm genuinely happy that Fernando Alonso is finally leading a race. And, you know, he really hasn't been that amazing this season for some unknown reason. His AI has just been rather actually quite just boring and crap. But it seems like he's leading the race, and he's doing strong. He's actually building a gap right now. Enough of him, though. We're on lap 2. We're going to finally overtake Sergio Perez. I thought I could do it on the first lap. Unfortunately, we couldn't. So now we're going to try and overtake him here. But he's still got really good straight line speed, as well as the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel. Can we try and overtake Perez and keep away from Vettel? And we can actually go to the inside of Bottas as well. Caught napping. We've caught Bottas napping, and we've gained 2 places in 1 braking zone. That's awesome to see. And we're up to 3rd place already by lap 2. That's brilliant. But now, cutting on to lap 4, we're closing up on Marcus Ericsson. The engine is overheating slightly, so that's a bit of a worry. That was happening last race as well. Looks like our Honda engine is generally overheating a little bit more, although the performance looks like it's improved. But Raikkonen set the fast lap of the Grand Prix so far. Engine overheating again. Now, Bottas, we've got DRS, but his DRS is working more effectively. It looks like he's going down the inside of me. We're going to give it the room. Ericsson sort of blocking me from going even deeper into the corner, and Bottas down the inside, and it looks like he'll have the traction on me. The Williams getting really good efficiency there, obviously in real life, and looks like in this game the aero efficiency for Williams aerodynamic package is working well there. As off the line he gets me, and he's up into 3rd. We're down to 4th now, so I have to try and get him later on into the race. Well, I'll cut on to lap 5 now. He's, oh my, Bottas has been brake checked by Ericsson, and then I got brake checked by Bottas. So we have to take evasive action there by moving to the left-hand side of the track. Unfortunately, that's meant Perez has overtaken us. We got DRS still up into Rich Mix. Let's try and get the slipstream of Perez. We're going to get into that punched hole in the air. Vettel trying to get my toe as well. We go down the inside of Sergio Perez, and what on earth is Ericsson doing? He was going as slow as a snail there through that corner. That was actually dangerous. He was just going so slow, and we've taken him. We're up to 3rd. Again, 2 places in 1 braking zone, but that time there was definitely something wrong with Ericsson. I mean, I don't know what went on there. I think maybe he was having some issues with it, his ERS braking. I don't know. He was going so slow. But now we've got onto lap 6. We've got onto the back of Valtteri Bottas finally. Can we try and overtake him? It's going to be difficult because he's got good aero efficiency, as I said before. But we just set the fastest sector of the Grand Prix so far, and he's got no DRS versus our DRS. So here we go, getting the toe, and we're going to move to the right-hand side of the track. This is for 2nd place, and this is for the 1-2 for McLaren, and we've overtaken Valtteri Bottas. We're going to hit the apex, got a little bit squeamish on the exit there, but we're up into 2nd, and it is now a 1-2. Alonso's leading. Look how far out he is. He's not even on the mini-map yet. So Alonso leading the Grand Prix. We're in 2nd. We can try and catch Alonso. I think we can maybe do it, but to be honest, guys, I'm going to be completely honest, I really don't mind if we don't catch him, because a 1-2 for McLaren would be amazing, and it would be nice to see Alonso actually pull his weight in this team and finally get some good points. But now we've got onto lap 11. As you can see, I'm now in 1st place, and we're finally going to come into the pit stops. The reason we're in 1st is because everyone else has already made their pit stop, so we're going to come in for our pit stop now. If you remember, we were going to pit on lap 7, and now we pit on lap 12. So we've gone 4 laps longer on these option tyres, which means I'm actually converting to a 2-stop here. I've gone to the prime tyres instead of the options like it's said on our strategy. And we're actually going to try option prime to the end. We're going to try 1 less stop because we took those option tyres 4 more laps than they were meant to. And the pace was decent. It was okay. It wasn't amazing. I mean, we're still in 2nd, so we didn't do anything miracle working. We're still behind Alonso. But crucially, we're still ahead of Bottas. So the 1-2 is still on. And I think we can make the 2-stop work. And if the 2-stop works, we could be on to gain some time against Alonso, depending on how our pace is. And we could actually be fighting for the win still. So that's pretty great. I think the 2-stop is going to get us back in the race, really, to be honest. So now we've got onto lap 23. We've run our race. We've been going really steadily on the prime tyres. Okay pace, but I fear we may be going behind Bottas here. The pace was steady, but it wasn't amazing. And as you can see now, we're into 3rd place. Bottas has overtaken us, but crucially, we're on fresher tyres now, so we're going to the end of the race. We're on fresher tyres. We can try and catch Bottas. At the moment, Bottas is catching Alonso as well. You can see on the mini-map, the gaps are just a little bit closer. So if Bottas was to try and catch Alonso, I think the best thing we could do as a teammate is try and overtake him, and then, you know, kind of defend off from Bottas and try and help Alonso here. Because, you know, this race, obviously I'm going to try and win. I always try and win. But, you know, I want to play the team game. I want to try and get us the 1-2. So the best solution here, I'm thinking, is trying to overtake Bottas and defend Alonso from him. So now, cutting on to lap 24 here, you can see on the minimap, Bottas getting very close to Alonso. And it looks like Bottas is going to go for the move on Alonso. He is indeed. Some dust is kicked up in the air. And Alonso, I think, has been taken for first place. Bottas into 1st place of the Grand Prix. He's got 1st place back from his pole position. Terrible start at the beginning. We've gone fastest sector so far. So now Alonso's 2nd. Now I'm thinking the best thing to do here is take Alonso, take Bottas, hopefully, and then back Bottas back into Alonso, much like Mercedes do in real life sometimes. But the first part of that plan is right here. We're going to overtake Alonso. Really easy move there. I think hopefully he's got the message from his engineer that that's going to be the plan. I'm going to try and overtake Bottas and then try and slow him down a little bit and try and push him back into Alonso. So we're going to have to try and see if that works. Cutting on to lap 25 though, as we close in on Bottas. He actually goes into the pits. Obviously these guys have got one more pit stop left to do. That's his last pit stop of the Grand Prix. I'm going to the end. We've got, what was it, less than 10 laps to go, and we're going to the end of this Grand Prix. The tyres are feeling okay. Right now we're in first place, and this is for a legitimate first place because Alonso's also going to pit behind us. So we have got first place. We are winning the German Grand Prix. It's all about if Alonso can overtake Bottas, and indeed he has. On lap 31, Alonso and Vettel have jumped Bottas. So Bottas obviously went, I believe he went option prime. So I think on those prime tyres at the very end versus Alonso and Vettel's option tyres, I think Bottas just really didn't do a good enough job, really. So we're on lap 31 still. Alonso is now overtaking us for first place. Obviously, I didn't make it too hard for him because, as I said at the beginning of the video, I don't mind too much if he gets first. We're going to try and re-overtake him, obviously, because getting the win would be much better. But I want to be cautious because I want to get this 1-2. That's the most crucial thing today. I want to get this 1-2. So now we're in the DRS, lap 33. 2 more laps to go if you include this one. We've overtaken Alonso. A little bit of a squeeze there by him around the outside, but we got him for first place. Crucially, Bottas and Vettel are nowhere near him, so I think this will be a solid 1-2. But yeah, the way Alonso overtook Bottas, I think, and also Vettel at the same time, was I think Bottas, because he was on the prime tyre versus Alonso and Vettel's option tyres at the end, I think they just had much better in-lap and out-lap pace. And Bottas managed to overtake Vettel at the end there, but crucially, we've got a 1-2 for McLaren. That is absolutely awesome. A 1-2 for McLaren at the fake German Grand Prix. But yeah, a 1-2 for McLaren. That is absolutely amazing. That is great to see. Finally, Alonso's really stepped up to the plate. Obviously, unfortunately, he didn't beat us. We wanted to beat him today, and we have, and we've got the 1-2 still, so that's amazing. Nico Rosberg in 15th with a penalty, and Lewis Hamilton in 13th. What has gone on for Mercedes? Has their car literally blown up today? I don't know. The Ferrari seems to be doing well, so it may just be a Mercedes engine problem. I'm not too sure. Maybe the Mercedes engine has had a bit of a fault on both cars. A massive failure of the engine here at the fake German Grand Prix for Mercedes there. And that means we're now second place in the Drivers' Championship. Only 6 points behind Nico Rosberg. So it is definitely on for the title race, guys. It's a 3-horse race between Rosberg, myself, and Hamilton. That is awesome to see. But it's a 1-2 for McLaren today. That's absolutely awesome. If you did enjoy this episode, guys, then do leave a massive like. I know you guys still want to see this series, so let me know by giving this video a like. It'd be absolutely awesome if we could try and get over 1,000 likes on this episode, guys, for a 1-2 for McLaren and more career mode. That would be absolutely amazing to see. Comment below what you thought of that race. Subscribe if you're new around here for more weekly F1 content and Project Cars and F1 2015 content, the full game, when it actually comes out eventually. But right now, we're in second place in Constructors as well. We've overtaken Ferrari, which is great to see. And you know what? If we keep up 1-2s like this and Mercedes keep on blowing up their engines like they have supposedly today, we could catch them in the Constructors as well. So it's all looking very, very up for McLaren Honda right now. I am very chuffed. Alonso up in 8th, getting some really good points now, and he's going to start climbing up the table. That is awesome. That is a perfect weekend for McLaren. 1-2. Really good pace. Hamilton had the fast lap of the Grand Prix, so we don't have the outright pace, but the race strategy works out. 1-2 for McLaren. That is awesome, and we got the win, crucially, so that's great. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Give it a like if you did. Comment below what you thought. Subscribe when you're around here for weekly F1. I've been aarava. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and I will see you guys next time.